have the heading admission of a partner. Admission of a partner. Before we start with admission of a partner, why a partner should be admitted? Why a partner should be admitted? For example, A, B, C in the last question, we had seen they are investing capital and they are running the business and they are earning a profit. What is the profit in that question after rectification we got? Some 7 lakhs of profit they are making. Okay, A, B, C are finding there is a good business opportunity available when they open a new branch. When they open a new branch, good business is possible. But they don't have a capital to invest. Already they invested the capital running the business. Okay, good profit can be earned if they start a new branch. What happens is here they will identify a new partner. They will identify a new partner who will bring in what? Capital and make additional investment and make what? Additional investment. And with that, they will be able to what? They will be able to run business kind of a thing. So a new partner generally admitted for want of capital. For want of which one? Capital. So when there is an admission of a partner, the first step is calculate capital contribution. For examination situation, it will be given in the question. It will be given in the question. Okay. Now our thing will start with finding out new ratio. Finding out which ratio? New profit sharing ratio. What do you mean by new profit sharing ratio? For example, the last question, who are sharing profits? A, B, C. What was the profit sharing ratio? 5:3:2. When a new partner is admitted, the ratio will change. The ratio will change. Okay, so the first step is calculating which one? New profit sharing ratio. Start. Admission of a partner. Admission of a partner. No need of this capital contribution. It will be normally given in the question. We'll directly start with which one? New profit sharing ratio. Start. Step 1. New profit sharing ratio. What is the first step? Calculation of which ratio? New profit sharing ratio. In that examination question can be separately tested for about 2 to 3 marks. We'll see that question. Take up this question. A and B sharing profits and losses. Please take up. A and B sharing profits and losses in 3:2 ratio. Admitted C into partnership. Admitted C into partnership. New profit sharing ratio. PSR means profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio 2:2:1. 2:2:1. This is a basic problem to understand. Who are the partners? Old partners are A, B. New partner is what? C. What is the old profit sharing ratio? 3:2, which means 3/5, 2/5. What is the new profit sharing ratio? 2/5, 2/5 and what? 1/5. If you look at what happens here? Compare the old ratio and new ratio. A, look at A, 3/5, it became what? 2/5. 1/5, A sacrificing. A is sacrificing how much? 1/5. But what about B? B is not sacrificing anything, gaining anything. Old position also 2/5. New position also what? 2/5. Who's gaining? 1/5. Always the new partner will gain the ratio which will be sacrificed by what? Old partners. In this problem, who's sacrificing? Only A is sacrificing and B is not sacrificing anything. Who's gaining? C is gaining. So from this we understand what is a sacrificing ratio. How to work out sacrificing ratio? Old ratio minus new ratio will give us sacrificing ratio. In this only A is sacrificing what? 1 by 5. B is not sacrificing anything, which is gained by C, 1 by 5. Take up this. Any doubt in it? Old ratio to new ratio, when it reduces, it is called as what? I sacrifice. Wait. Without old partner sacrificing, new partner cannot get the ratio. Without old partners giving up, new partners cannot what? Gain. We will see always, or in all the cases, we are going to see some more questions where old partners will sacrifice and which partner will gain? The new partner will gain. Always gain will be equal to sacrifice. Gain will be equal to sacrifice. Shall we move to the next question? Take up this. P and Q. To save the time, let us take it in short form. Old profit sharing ratio 2:1. Old profit sharing ratio 2:1. R is admitted for 1/5 share. Now, what is the difference between the last question and this question? Old ratio is so much? 2:1. New ratio, only which partner is given? R is given. Admitted partner is given. What is missing? Others are not given. Others are not given. Last problem, I was giving new ratio of all. But in this problem, new ratio is given only for what? R. How to work out? Pay attention. If R takes how much? 1 by 5. What do you mean by 1 by 5? 5 rupee, 1 rupee will go to what? R. Balance will be, if R takes 1 by 5, balance will be what? 4 by 5. This balance will be shared by the remaining partners. Who are the remaining partners? P and Q in their ratio. 4 by 5 is left. In this 4 by 5, 2 by 3 will be taken up by P, 1 by 3 will be taken up by Q. So 4 by 5 into 2 by 3, how much? 8 by 15. 8 by 15. This will be 4 by 15. Mathematically, or 1 by 5 can be written as 3 times you multiply. 5 into 3, 15 more earlier. So 3 by 15. So what is the new ratio? 8:4:3 is the new ratio. 8:4:3 is the new ratio. Wait. How to work out sacrificing ratio? Old ratio minus new ratio will give us sacrificing ratio. For P and Q, what is the old ratio? 2 by 3, 1 by 3. Minus, what is the new ratio? 8 by 15, 4 by 15. LCM எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 5 times இல்லையா? 5 times. So it will be 5 into 2, 10. 10 minus 8. How much? 2 by 15. This also. 15 LCM எடுத்தா 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4, it will be what? 2 by 1 by 15. So look at the sacrifice. Sacrifice done by whom? P and Q. எவ்வளவு sacrifice பண்றாங்க? 2 by 15, 1 by 15. That is what R will gain. 3 by 15. Clear? Who are sacrificing? P and Q are sacrificing 2 by 15 and what? 1 by 15. Always sacrifice will be equal to what? Gain. How new partner gets 3 by 15? P sacrifices 2 by 15. Q sacrifices what? 1 by 15, where R gets 3 by 15. But last question, who was sacrificing? Only A was sacrificing. In this question, who is sacrificing? Both P and Q are sacrificing. So sacrificing ratio is 2:1. So first take up the new ratio calculation. Sacrificing ratio is old ratio minus what? New ratio. This is only a verification for us, not to be written in the exam. Just to make you logically understand, whatever old partner sacrifice, new partner will gain. Do you understand the difference between the first question and this question? First question, old and new ratio was given. We just worked out which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. In this question, old ratio is given and new partners, new ratio is given. Others ratio is not mentioned to us. Clear? If R takes 1 by 5, balance will be what? 4 by 5. This 4 by 5 is shared by P and Q in their ratio. So 8:4:3 is the new ratio. Old ratio minus new ratio gives us what? Sacrificing ratio. The last one is only a verification, no need to take up. It is automatically understood. 2 by 15 plus 1 by 15 is what? 3 by 15. Shall we? Shall we proceed? I'm making one more sentence to this. The question will change. Same problem I am taking. P and Q, what is old ratio? 2:1. R is admitted for 1/5 share. The same information. I'm just adding one more information. Okay. Contributed equally by P and Q. What is the difference between last question and this question? R is admitted for 1/5 share of profit, contributed equally by P and Q, which means how much R is getting? 1 by 5. R is getting how much? 1 by 5. This is contributed by whom? P and Q. Contribution 1 by 5, adala half is contributed by P. 1 by 5, adala half is contributed by what? Q. So 1 by 5 into 1 by 2, 1 by 10, 1 by 10. It is like 1 by 10 given by P plus 1 by 10 given by Q. That is what R gets what? R gets 2 by 10 can be written as what? 2 by 10 can be written as 1 by 5. Simple. What old partners give is called as sacrifice. Clear? What old partners give in favor of new partner, we call it as which one? Sacrifice. Clear? So what is the sacrifice in this question? Given. equally by P and Q. 1 by 10, 1 by 10. That's what R gets 2 by 10. That's what R gets how much? 2 by 10, nothing but what? 1 by 5. New partner gets 1 by 5. Wait. How do we work out sacrificing ratio? Old ratio minus new ratio gives us sacrificing ratio. Now, from the old ratio, eliminate which one? Sacrificing ratio, you will get new ratio. Old ratio, eliminate sacrifice done by the partner, you will get which one? New ratio. For P and Q, what is the old ratio? What is the old ratio? 2 by 3. This one is minus sacrifice 1 by 10, 1 by 10. Don't put 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Okay. 1 by 5 equal share pandra. 1 by 5 into 1 by 2. Okay. So LCM at the pota, how much it will come? 3 times. So 10 times. Okay. LCM at the pota 30 varma. 30. So how much it will be? I am very weak in maths. Work out and tell me. 10 into 2, 20. Minus 3 into 1, 3. How much it will be? 17 by 30. This one. 30 LCM. So 10 into 1, 10. 3 into 1, 3. 7 by 30. For R, 2, for R, 1 by 5. 1 by 5. You have to express 1 by 5. You have to express it to 30. Now, times multiply upon 6 times when you multiply 5 into 6, it becomes what? 30. Then this will be 1 into 6, 6 by 30. So what is the new ratio? 17 is to 7 is to 6. That is the new ratio. Once again, I repeat. What is the difference between last question and this question? Last question, they have just given R is admitted for what? 1/5 share. So if 1/5 is taken by R, balance 4/5 will be there. This 4/5 is shared by P and Q. Like that we work out. In this question, what is given to us? R is admitted for 1/5, contributed equally by P and Q, which means P gives half of that and Q gives half of that. 1 by 5 into 1 by 2. 1 by 5 into 1 by 2. Like that, the contribution is given. Based on that, 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10. What the other sacrifice new partner will get? 2 by 10, nothing but what? 1 by 5. So, old ratio minus sacrificing ratio will give us which ratio? New ratio. So, old ratio 2 by 3, 1 by 3 minus sacrifice gives us what? New ratio. To bring this to a common thing, 5 into 6, it will give us what? 30. So, 1 into 6, 6 by 30. Take up this. Don't repeat the entire question. Don't repeat the entire question. Just write. Start. In the previous problem, right? In the previous problem, in the previous question, if R gets 1/5 share, if R gets 1/5 share equally from P and Q. If R gets 1/5 share equally from which one? P and Q. So half is given by P and half is given by Q. Whatever you give, that is called as which one? Sacrifice. So first work out this, then old ratio minus sacrificing ratio will give us which ratio? New ratio. So you understand the differences between the three questions we have done? First question, only old ratio and which ratio is given? New ratio is given. Second question, only new partner ratio was given. Third question, new partner ratio along with what? How it is contributed by the other partners are given. Shall we proceed? Same. P and Q. What is the old ratio in the last question? I maintain the same. P gives 1 by 5 and Q gives 1 by 10 of their old profit sharing ratio to Q. P is giving 1/5 of his share and Q is giving what? 1/10 of his share in favor of Q. என்னோட profit share வந்து 1/5 உங்களுக்கு தரேன், அவனோட profit share வந்து 1/10 தராங்க in favor of what? Q. What is missing in this question? Compared to the last three questions, what is missing? New partner share itself is missing, right? The last three questions we were given what? New partner share. What is missing here? Old partners share is available, and how much old partners give in favor of what? New partner is given. New partner share is missing in the question. All this nothing to do with accounts, only a logical thinking. Only a logical thinking. Oh. Old profit sharing ratio to R. Pay attention. P gives how much? 1/5. P gives 1/5. Q gives 1 by 10th of their respective old ratio in favor of what? R. Wait for me. Now we have to first work out sacrifice. Sacrifice by P, 2/3 எவ்வளவு விட்டு தர? 1 by 5. Let us see my P. I am giving away 2/3 into 1 by 5. 2/3 into 1 by 5 will be 2 by 15. Q gives up 1/3 1 by 10. 1/3 எவ்வளவு தரான்? 1 by 10. Your share is 1/3 old. In that 1/10 you are giving, which means 1 by 30. So to bring it to a common figure, 2 by 15 can be written as 4 by 30. 2 by 5 can 2 by 15 can be written as what? 4 by 30. Of course, we'll take it as 1 by 30. Very simple. P gives away plus Q gives away. That is what R will get. 4 by 30. Who gives up? P gives up. How much Q gives up? 1 by 30. Totally, how much will R will get? 5 by 30. So new ratio of R is 5 by 30. New ratio of R is how much? 5 by 30. This 4 by 30, 1 by 30 is called as which one? Sacrifice. Once again, I repeat. My share 2/3, in that 1/5 I am giving away, which means 2 by 15. For ratio purpose, we want a common element, so 4 by 30. Q, 1 by 3 into 1 by 10, 1 by 30. So 4 by 30 plus 1 by 30, how much? 5 by 30. Wait for now we can work out old ratio minus sacrifice will give us what? New ratio. P oda old ratio enna? 2 by 3. Enoda sacrifice enna? 4 by 30 will give us new ratio. So 30 LCM. We can take it up. One by 3 minus Q. Take up this. or directly we know 5/30. What is the new ratio? What is the new ratio? 16:9:5. Do you understand the difference between this question and the previous question? In this question, what happens? New partner share is not given. Whatever is given up by the old partner becomes what? Share to the new partner. So sacrifice of P and Q is equal to what? The new ratio of R. All these questions can be asked for small mark, like 2 marks, 3 marks, you can ask questions. Shall we proceed? Please remember, we are in admission of partner. Step number 1. What is step number 1? Old ratio, new ratio, and which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Shall we? Let's solve the question. Calculate new ratio for ABC. Old ratio is given between whom? A and B. New ratio is given between A and B को ratio கொடுத்திருக்கான், B and C को ratio கொடுத்திருக்கான். Between A and B, what is the ratio? 7:4. Between B and C, what is the ratio? 3:1. Not 8:1. Okay, 3:1. The question is, what is the new ratio between A, B, C? Any answer? You are going to try this. First question, the old ratio of A and B, how much? 2:1. New ratio is given between A and B, 7:4. B and C, 3:1. We want the ratio of A is to B is to C. Use a common partner in this. B க்கு common ratio available. 4:3 போட்டு என்ன வரும்? 4:3, how much it will be? 12. Simple, pay attention. A is to B ratio பாருங்க. If A gets 7, B should get 4. ஏக்கு 7 ரூபாய் கொடுத்தா பிக்கு எவ்வளவு தரணும்? 4 rupees தரணும். அப்போ காமன் எல்சிஎம் எடுத்தா பிக்கு 12 வந்துச்சுன்னா ஏக்கு எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? கிராஸ் மல்டிப்ளை. If A gets 4, B should get, sorry, A gets 7, B should get 4. If B gets 12, who's a common partner, LCM எடுத்தா 12 வந்துச்சு இல்லையா? So how much A should get? Cross multiply. 12 into 7 by 4. 12 into 7 by 4. How much? 21 is 2. Same way, between B and C, paranga, if B gets 4 rupees, she should get 1 rupee. Now, if B gets 12 rupees, how much she should get? Cross multiply. 12 into 1 by 4. 12 into 1 by 4. How much? 3. So look at the ratio. 21 is to 12 is to 3 is the new ratio. Wait, we can cross check also. 12 is to 3 can be written as 12 is to 3 can be written as 3 is to 1. See, the 12 is to 3 is nothing but what? 3 is to 1. They marry 21 is to 12 can be written as 7 is to 4. So ABC ratio 21 is to 12 is to 3. That is the new ratio. Once again, I repeat, pay attention. Who's a common partner here? B. LCM எடுத்து எவ்வளவு வருது? 12. If A gets 4, B should get, sorry, A gets 7, B should get 4. அப்போ B க்கு 12 rupees na A க்கு எவ்வளவு? Cross multiply பண்ணா how much you get? 21. Same way, if B gets, sorry, I made a mistake here. If B gets how much? 3, C should get 1. So if B gets 12, how much should be for C? I hope it is a mistake. Yes. Into 1 by 3. 12 into 1 by 3 put in now. 4. So 12 is to 4 is nothing but 3 is to 1. 12 is to 4 is nothing but what? 3 is to 1. Take it up. So new ratio is 21 is to 12 is to 4. Oral. Are we getting treatment for goodwill? Shall we pay attention? See, let us look at any of the cases. Okay, let us see even the first case. Who are the partners in this? A and B. What is the profit sharing ratio? 3:2. Who's a new partner? C is admitted for 2:2:1. Okay. Old partners have run the firm for the past 10 years. For the past 10 years, A and B, they started as a small business. Then they grown into a medium-sized business. Will there be a goodwill? The past 10 years they worked. There will be a brand name, there will be a goodwill, there will be loyal customers who are coming and purchasing the goods. Okay, let's assume goodwill was valued at rupees 5 lakhs. Goodwill is valued at rupees 5 lakhs. This goodwill belongs to whom? This goodwill belongs to which partners? Old partner or A, B as well as C? This goodwill was generated by old partners in the past. Old partners in the past. So this goodwill belongs to A and B. So we have to make adjustment for goodwill. We have to make adjustment for goodwill. How to make adjustment for goodwill? We will see. Clear? Start. Adjustment for goodwill. Step 2. Have notes and let us continue. When a new partner is admitted, comma, goodwill of the firm has to be adjusted. Has to be adjusted. When a new partner is admitted, goodwill of the firm has to be adjusted. Goodwill of the firm has to be adjusted. See, there are 3 methods of adjusting goodwill. One is called as revaluation method. One is called as which method? Revaluation method. Second method is called as premium method. Third method, adjustment through capital account. Adjustment through which account? Capital account. I'll tell you how to identify in the exam question also, whether you have to follow revaluation method or premium method or which one. Adjustment through which account? Capital account. I'll tell you. On to the revaluation method, it is simple to understand. Goodwill is generated by which partner? Old partner or all partners? Old partners. Goodwill account data to whom? Old partners capital account. Goodwill account data to which partners? Old partners capital account. This will be shared in old ratio. Which ratio? Old ratio. Goodwill account data to old partners capital account in old ratio. Because this goodwill, who worked? Old partners worked in the past. That goodwill belongs to whom? Old partners. It will be transferred in which ratio? Old ratio. Wait, sometimes goodwill will be written off after the admission of a partner. Because assets should be recorded at cost. Assets should be recorded at cost. This goodwill is our own goodwill. There is no cost. So start. If the goodwill is written off after admission because of the cost concept. If the goodwill is written off after the admission of a partner, then all partners capital account data to goodwill account. This will be new ratio. Please take it along with me. All partners capital account data to goodwill account in which ratio? New ratio. So revaluation method, if the goodwill is raised, record in which ratio? Old ratio, right? Goodwill account data to old partners in which ratio? Old ratio. If the goodwill is written off after the admission, because we follow cost concept, all partners capital account data to goodwill in which ratio? New ratio. Sir, when will you follow premium method in the exam? Simple. When they tell that goodwill is raised, then you follow which method? Premium, that is revaluation method. Revaluation method. Okay. Goodwill is raised. When will you follow premium method? Simple. The new partner will be expected to pay cash for goodwill. New partner will be expected to pay. You bring capital and you pay the money for goodwill earned by us in the past. We are A and B. You are joining the firm. You bring capital. You pay money for which one? goodwill. Premium method, right? When cash is brought in by new partner for goodwill, it will be mentioned in the exam question. They'll specify in the exam question that the new partner brings in cash for goodwill, like that you will be given. So what is the entry you will pass? Cash account data to who brings this? To new partner's capital account. Cash account data to which account? New partner's capital account. Then new partner's capital account data to old partner's capital. This will be shared by old partners in sacrificing ratio. The partners who sacrificed will get compensation. The partners who sacrificed will get which one? Compensation. When will you follow this method? When they tell in the exam question that the new partner brings in what? Cash for goodwill. Cash account data to new partner's capital account. Then new partner's capital account data to old partner's capital account. They will share it in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Simple. Practically also, when the partners agree for revaluation, go for the first method. When the new partner agree to bring in cash for goodwill, now go for which method? Second method. Okay, sir. The partners are not ready to revalue. They do not want to revalue. And new partner is also saying, already I am giving capital. I do not want to pay money for goodwill. I do not want to pay money for goodwill. Partners are not ready for revaluation of goodwill. New partner also is not ready for which one? Bringing in cash for goodwill. Then it will be adjusted through capital account. Goodwill will be adjusted through capital account, where only this entry will come. Which entry will come? New partner's capital account data to old partner's capital account in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Now what is the difference between premium method and adjusting through capital account? Premium method, the new partner brings in cash. That is adjusted through capital account. The last method, new partner is not ready to bring in cash. So just adjust in capital account. Just adjust in which account? How to identify in the exam question? If they tell that the goodwill is raised, then go for which method? Revaluation method. New partner brings in money for goodwill, then go for which method? Premium method. No goodwill is raised in the books, which means no goodwill is raised in the books, no money is brought in, then just adjust in which account? Capital account. The method ஒரே ஒரு difference தான். இங்க cash கொண்டு வந்துடுறாங்க, that is shared. இங்க capital adjust பண்ணிக்கிறோம், அவ்வளவுதான். We'll see a question where you will understand better. What is the first question in the profit sharing ratio I have given? Old ratio என்ன கொடுத்திருந்தேன்? 3:2 A and B. என்ன ratio கொடுத்திருந்தேன்? 3:2. What is the new ratio I have given? A, B and C. A, B and C. என்ன ratio? 2:1 ratio. And we identified sacrifice. Sacrifice also நம்ம work out பண்ணிருக்கோம் பாருங்க. Only by which partner? Sacrifice பார்த்தோமே. Who sacrificed? Only A sacrificed. Let me take up this as a case and solve it. Okay, in this question, goodwill valued at rupees 5 lakhs. Goodwill valued at rupees how much? 5 lakhs. Take up this and we will continue. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Revaluation method follow பண்ணா I'll give you sufficient time to copy, pay attention. Goodwill account data, it will be transferred to which partner? Old partner. Goodwill account data, evlo value panirkom? 5 lakhs. It will be transferred to whom? Old partners. Who are the old partners? To A's capital. To A's capital, 3 by 5. Old ratio is 3 by 5. 3 lakhs. To B's capital, 3 lakhs. To B's capital, 2 lakhs. Any doubt in it? The goodwill earned by the firm is transferred to old partners in the old ratio. 3 lakhs and what? 2 lakhs. What is old ratio? What is old ratio? 3:2. And if the partners decide to write off the goodwill after admission, what is the entry you will pass? If the goodwill is written off, what is entry you will pass? A's capital account data, 2:1. New ratio, 2 lakhs. B's capital account data, 2 lakhs. To C's capital account data. C's capital account data, how much? 1 lakh. To goodwill, 5 lakhs. So raise the goodwill in old ratio, write off the goodwill in which ratio? New ratio. Raise the goodwill in old ratio and write off the goodwill in new ratio. What is the new ratio? 2:1 ratio. Okay, this is revaluation method. Wait pannu. Premium method enna pannu, when the cash is brought in by the new partner for goodwill, what is the entry you will pass? Cash account data to goodwill, cash account data to new partner's capital. Who's the new partner? C's capital account. How much he will bring? When cash is brought in by C, how much C will bring? Will he bring 5 lakhs? 5 lakhs is the total goodwill. Adala avanoda share enna? 5 lakhs into 1 by 5. 5 lakhs into 1 by 5 only he will bring. So how much of cash he will bring? 1 lakh. 5 lakhs is total goodwill. Avanoda share mattum avan kondu varum. So 1 lakh to whose capital account? C's capital account, 1 lakh. Then it will be adjusted to old partners in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. New partners capital account data. C's capital account data, 1 lakh. Who's the sacrificing partner in this? To A's capital only. Why not B? He's not sacrificing anything. So only who's sacrificing? Now, if it is adjusted through capital account, what to do? No cash will come, this entry will repeat. C's capital account data to A's capital account, how much? 1 lakh. Wait. This is memory, but logical understanding matters in CA. Pay attention. First method or second method or third method will have the same net effect. For example, first method la parungalem. How much A's capital is credited here? 3 lakhs. Inge evlo debit panirkom? So what is the net effect? Credited with 3 lakhs, debited with 2 lakhs. What is the net effect? 1 lakh. Adha. Okay. Then look at B. How much is credited here? How much is debited here? So what is the net effect? 0. That's why no effect comes in which capital? B's capital. Look at C's capital. First entry la nothing was credited. Next entry la debit padirko? 1 lakh. Adha. So net effect of these two entries is nothing but what? C's capital is debited with 1 lakh and A's capital is credited with what? 1 lakh. So let you follow revaluation method or premium method or adjusting through capital account. Okay, the person who gives compensation is C. Gaining partner will compensate sacrificing partner. Okay, the logical thing that you have to understand is gaining partner will compensate which partner? Sacrificing partner. Who's the gaining partner? Yaar gain pandra? New partner gains. So C will compensate A. Why not B? B's position, old also 2 by 5, new also 2 by 5. He is not gaining or sacrificing anything. He will not give or get compensation. Here, who's getting compensation? The partner who sacrifices, and the partner who gains compensate which partner? The partner who sacrifices. Gaining partner compensates which partner? Sacrificing partner. I repeat the explanation once again. I request you to pay attention, complete attention. What is the old ratio? 3:2. What is the new ratio? 2:2:1. Sacrifice is done only by A. What is the sacrifice done by A? 1 by 5. 1 by 5. Goodwill is valued at 5 lakhs. Goodwill is valued at 5 lakhs. Revaluation method pona. Rise in old ratio. Write off in new ratio. If new partner brings in cash account data to new partner's capital, then that will be transferred to the partner who sacrifices. Adjusting through capital account, no cash is brought in. So goodwill is just adjusted through which account? Capital account. Like this. Any of the three methods can be tested in exam. So we are in which step? Step number 2. I stop here. Then when a new partner is admitted, first we'll work out old ratio and which ratio? New ratio. Second is we'll adjust for which one? Goodwill. Now the third one is we'll see in the next class only. Wait. What about old partners? A and B are there. I'm joining their firm. Land, building, furniture and all is appearing in old book value. They purchased land in 2010 for 5 lakhs. Today the market value is, let us assume, 45 lakhs. Okay, what was the land value when they purchased? 5 lakhs. Appearing in the balance sheet at 5 lakhs. Today what is the market value? So will they revalue the assets? Yes. They will old partners will revalue the assets and what? Liabilities. The profit will be shared by old partners. Profit will be shared by whom? Old partners, because the appreciation happened in the past. Any gain will be going to what? Old partners. That is step 3. Which one? Revaluation account. And step 4, we will prepare a capital account of partners. We will prepare which one? Capital account of partners and prepare balance sheet. So first and second step are lengthy. Third step is revaluation. Revaluation, rombo simple concept. Okay, it is to do with gains and losses. To do with which one? Gains and losses. It will take only half an hour for us to complete step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay, not today. I'll do to the next class. Take up this.